Ron Higgins and Tiger Rag. Can you just talk about, I guess, the end of last year and as far as your winter workouts, how it kind of aimed everything for the spring here, and were you surprised to get the first snaps in the spring?
Coach O kind of told me, we ended off in a really strong way. Coach O told me that I was going to take the first snaps in spring, and we're all working really well together. The quarterbacks are, we're a unit. We're coming together, and we're practicing really well. Coach O's done a great job. Coach Peetz has also done a great job of controlling that.
Mike, go ahead.
Okay, Max, talk about what is been the most easiest thing to adjust to with Jake Peetz's new offense, and what has been the most difficult?
I think it's just really been kind of fluid. All the routes and all the has just coming together. All the receivers are coming together. We got a great group of receivers, running backs. I would say the most difficult thing is really not just being able to practice every day. Even though we have football schools, they help a lot, but we can't use the ball. But I would just say not being able to have a ball every day is kind of holding us back. But we also throw a lot on those days. But I think, we're coming together really well as a group. We're working really hard, so we're all looking forward to this year.
Thank you.
Hey Max, Brooks Cabina from The Advocate. You go from these two really high emotional games at the end of the year to now taking first snaps. How in this time, how have you viewed yourself? What have you learned from yourself, and what have you kind of experienced in these past couple of months?
Yeah, it was last year was pretty tough for our team. We were 5-5. We all really didn't expect that. It was a hard year for us, but we're bouncing back. We're going to bounce back this year. We worked really hard throughout December, January, February, March. We're all working really hard together. We threw multiple days with the receivers, the lines coming out, we're getting snaps, working with the running backs. I think we're all just determined to have a better year this year, and we're looking forward to that.
Hey Max, this is Glenn West with LSU Country. Nice to be talking to you again. Got a little bit of a two-parter for you. Coach O really has talked a lot about Garrett Nussmeier and his kind of transition early on this year. It seems like he's really kind of stood out. Can you just talk to me about what you've seen from him, and then also just kind of how are the four quarterbacks? I know this is a very tight, competitive group, but just how are you guys kind of keeping each other positive throughout? Obviously, all fighting for the same spot.
Yeah, Garrett came in. He's early enroll. He came in, a lot of hype. He's lived up to it. He's a baller. He makes plays, runs around. He can make throws out of the pocket, in the pocket. He's doing pretty good with protections. Coach Peetz has done a great job of just coaching all of us up on protections, know where to get the ball out, where to get it out, when to get it out, and how the defense is playing. And the quarterbacks have all working really well together. We're competing. I think we've gotten a lot closer this year, just competing beside one another. So it'll be a good year. It'll be a good year this year.
Hey Max, this is Josh Sibley with Louisiana Gridiron Football. With Miles and TJ coming in and pushing you, what have you done mentally to prepare yourself as getting the first snaps and coming in as projected starter?
I would say I've always done the same thing. Just watch film on the days that we don't have practice. Mentally, I really haven't changed my mindset towards my work ethic. I feel like I've done, the coaches put me in the right positions, and they've taught me the right things to go out there and be successful. And I'm just thankful for my teammates for going out there and helping me. Throwing out their practice, going through the routes that we missed maybe during the practice day. But yeah, I think we're just getting better as a team, and we're all looking forward to this year.
Hey Max, Bree Andrews from Tiger TV. How have you, in the off season, before y'all started spring practice, have worked to better your performance and better your skill to make this quarterback competition as competitive as it is, and to kind of set yourself apart to get that starting spot in the fall?
I think it's just competing every day. We're all coming in to watch film, not on practice days, throughout the weekend. We're all set up times with Coach Peetz. No, not just talk about football, just about life. I think we're all competing really well together. We're all different. We're all competing different ways, and I think it's been a great competition.
Max, Ron, KDN, and Lafayette. What stands out about Hayshawn in terms of his work ethic as a wide receiver and doing whatever it takes to not drop balls and just be open and competitive?
I think all our receivers are great. They all go catch balls after practice, before practice. I think their goal is to catch 5,000. I'm not really sure, but they've all done a great job of catching. Kayshawn's really fast. He comes out of his breaks really well. He uses his hands. He's a great route runner, and I think we put him in the right positions to succeed. And we should have given him the ball. When the ball's in his hands, he's great. He's a great player and can make moves. So I'm thankful for him, and he makes all the plays for us.
Hey Max, Jacques Doucet from Channel 9 here in Baton Rouge. Could you just take me back to the day you played Florida? What do you remember about getting your first start? There was a lot of negativity swirling. I know 5-5 isn't what you wanted, but it could have been 3-7 and a lot worse. That was a big day for you guys.
Yeah, you're right. We were 3-5 going into that game. I think we all believed in each other. Coach O had a speech the night before the game, seeing how they were all freshmen. They came to the Swamp. They ended up winning that game. So I kind of thought about that after the game. Coach O had a speech, and we all came together, and it was a great game. We had a 57-yard field goal in the fog by Cade, so it was unbelievable. And it ended up winning, 23-point underdog, and it was pretty special.
Hey, Amos Morale from WWL Radio in New Orleans. Wanted to ask you, I know Coach O has mentioned that this QB competition is going to go well into the fall. What are some of the things that are motivating you to kind of keep up, the effort you're putting in?
I would just say, just competing every day with my teammates. I wouldn't say working. I mean, of course we're working hard. Our teammates are getting better every day. It's just, separating myself is gonna end up happening. That's just what I'm gonna try to do that eventually. I'm just gonna compete every day, and I'm gonna be myself. I'm not gonna worry about the noise that's going on around us. We're all competing to get better, and Coach O's going to make that decision.
Hey, Max, how much of a playbook overhaul was it moving under Jake Peetz, and what were the initial things that you thought about when you first got a look at it?
I'd say it's decently similar. I think we're going to air it out a lot more. Some deeper throws, a lot of motions, a lot of shifts, a lot of empty packages. I think it's going to be a lot of fun this year. We're going to score a lot of points. And I think our defense is going to play really well, too. I think we've got a great D coordinator that came in, and we've got a lot of players on that side of the ball. I'm looking forward to competing with them.
Hey, Max, Brody Miller with The Athletic. I'm sure your freshman year, so much of it is just trying to get acquainted, to show you belong, all those kind of things. I'm curious now that you have been through that you've started 2 games. What is the difference in just kind of how you go to practice and carry yourself and operate? Is there a difference?
I'd say there's really not a difference. I feel like I've always carried myself in that manner. I've prepared, every day as if I was the starter. I've never prepared like I was a third string. I always prepared for the game, such as I was going to be the starter. And I don't think none of my mannerisms or anything else has changed towards practice or games or walkthroughs or anything.
Last one.
Yeah, Max. I watched Coach Peetz's coaching clinic last night for the high school coaches, and he probably spent about 50 of his, hour long talking about the footwork, opening up and making sure you're outside the angle and those kinds of things. I guess how much are you learning from him, and how confident are you in his ability to develop the quarterback room?
Yeah, I've learned a lot from him, such as coverages. He asks us what we see, not just how to go through a read. He kind of lets us experience or experiment on some plays and see how we like it. And he asks us what do we see or how do we feel. And he's done a great job of coaching us on footwork, reads, and coverages. And he's done a great job. And I'm looking forward to playing for him and him calling the plays for us. So it'll be fun this year.
Awesome. Thank you, Max.
Yes, sir. Thank you.